Hey everybody, welcome back. I was in the dining room the other day and looking, and we didn't really have a good paper towel holder, or napkin holder, I should say. Let me get the one we currently have. This is the one we currently have on our dining room table, and it's okay. It's just one of those little, cheapy made in Thailand ones, which is fine. It serves its purpose, but I got 7 grandkids, 5 kids at the house, and myself and my wife, and that's not enough napkins for all of us at one sitting. So I had some, as with a lot of my videos, I got scrap, and I got some scrap chunks of walnut here, and I went ahead and cut them out and routed them because I've got editing software now, but until I can get it a new laptop, because mine won't run my software, I've been still doing it, trying to edit it on the camera that I've got, and it won't let me pull sound out to overlay sound, so I can't, the loudness of the router and all that, I can't get rid of it. So currently that's where I'm set at until I get another laptop. I've been looking around for a good deal on one. But one of the good things about, if you've seen some of my other videos, I like the rustic, like the rough cut. It's still got some of the milling marks on it and stuff from the sawmill. And, I did sand them down just a little bit, so they wouldn't catch on the napkins. But, and, with all the scrap I've got, yeah, hold on here. There. With all the scrap that I've got, sorry, I had a phone call and it popped up on the screen there, so I didn't know if you guys could see it. So, but if you can tell, this board's not exactly, it's got a little bump in it. And for what I'm doing, that works out just fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And again, I, lightly sanded it. But, and I'm going to put rubber feet on it. I just don't have them yet. I got them ordered. But this particular piece I did was 13 inches long and 7.5 inches wide. And you can make it whatever size you want. But just cut you a rectangle. And I was on the belt sander over there, and I just rounded the edges and then ran a round over bit around all the way around it. So that's, and you don't even have to do that. You can just hit it with sandpaper to get the rough off of it. And then my little parts for the napkin holder, they are 6 inches wide by 5 inches tall. And then I did the same thing on all the sides except for the bottom, where it's going to match up with this board. So, and I hate throwing away scrap wood. So anything like this, that little buckle that's in that, it's not going to bother me for what we're using it for. But space, there we go. Space your pieces, whatever distance you want apart. You can offset them if you want. It doesn't have to be in the middle. You can do whichever side you want. I'm just going to make this one similar to the one we had, except, bigger and chunkier. Oh, and they're an inch thick. So I am just going to go about 3.5 inches apart. And which my pencil disappeared. Didn't disappear. I probably set it somewhere, and well, I know I set it somewhere, and I don't remember where I put it. So same as I did the other day when I showed on the video. I'm just going to mark. And part of this, the style I like for if I'm making it for me, the style I like is for it to be a little off, to not be exactly perfect. I want it a little bit crooked or a little bit bigger on this side than this side. I like that look. So I've got it marked. Now I just move them, and you can take a drill bit. I moved my wood. Sorry. There will come a day where I have everything ready that I'm going to do a video for, right here where I'm going to do the video. Just not today. All right, and today's Tuesday, I think. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to put 3, I'm just using 2.5-inch exterior deck screws, and that's what I got. It'll work fine. And you can put different finishes on this. I'm just going to use a butcher block finish, because really mineral oil and beeswax, it's fine for the napkins once it soaks into the wood and dries. And it's food, food grade. It won't hurt nothing. So I'm just going to drill. Oh, and make sure, something I didn't do. And even though, like I said, I like things to be off a little bit for my personal stuff, mark the ends. And the reason why, so I don't don't drill a hole too far to the side where you can see the screw hole. There we go. And then since this is the side that I'm going to use, flip it over and countersink your bit, countersink your holes. There. All right. So we got this where we want it, kind of. So now you can set it in the vise, have somebody help, do like me and struggle through everything because you try to do it all by yourself. Well, and actually right now I don't have anybody here to help, so all right. And I either drilled that hole really crooked, or I started that really crooked, because it looked a lot more crooked than what I thought it would be. Now, we are going to put it in the middle one. And that one's crooked too. Did I drill all of them that bad? But I did. Luckily, they don't have to hold into that. Yeah, that'll be all right. There we go. Now, there's always something. There's always something on one of my videos. Every time. So, see if we can do this without screwing it up too bad. Hey, look at that, it spins. There we go. That is going to, there we go. Be a lot easier if I made a vise or had this in a vise. Why would I want to do things the easy way? There we go. Okay. Not only is this video showing you how to make something, this video is also showing you what not to do in certain situations. Alright. Now we can kind of set it like this. And I am working on getting an overhead setup, so that is in process. Yeah, look at that. Screwed that up, didn't I? Yeah. I always do things like this. Really pretty good at building stuff. You wouldn't be able to tell it by the videos. But that's why I put all this stuff in it too. So you guys can see all of my battles also. There we go. And something I forgot to do was pre-drill. Not the uprights. I forgot to pre-drill the, or not the base, but the uprights. I forgot to pre-drill that. And you don't need to use screws near this long. It's just what I had. I do have some shorter ones too, though. But. All right. So, very, very simple. I made it look rougher than what it is, but very simple and very sturdy. Holds up good. Now, on this one, it's got recesses for the salt and pepper shaker. We rarely ever use those because, like with these, they just don't fit in there well. I actually like not having on there so I can just set them on the ends, because we have a bunch of different salt and pepper shakers that we use depending on what holiday season it is, all that kind of stuff. So I actually like it better like this. So you can just, it works for all kinds of different ones. And then, we have my board here. And then I'm just going to use this butcher blocker or butcher block conditioner. I get this at Lowe's. You can, I'm sure you get it on Amazon or buy it in all kinds of different places. Any of your Home Depots and Lowe's and things like that should have it, or something similar to it. And all it is mineral oil and beeswax mixed together. If you have both of those on your own, then you can mix them together and just do, make it yourself. But now, if I was making this to sell it, I would, I'd be a lot more precise with it. You know, I would spend more time marking everything off and getting all the measurements just right, and putting it in the vise, and pre-drilling everything the way that it's supposed to be. You know, unless somebody ordered one and they wanted it, you know, like the way I like it, you know, like that where it's rough. For me personally, I like the stuff that, you know, I guess some people call it primitive or antique or however you want to call it. I like the stuff that looks more, I don't know, old style, rough looking. And so this may not be, you know, some people may not have the taste for this. And that's why there's so many different kinds of styles of furniture out there, because different people like different things. But real quick and easy. And see, I actually like the fact this side's a little bit wider than this side, and I like that. I like it being off because it looks like something, you know, they would have built way back in the day, long time ago. So that's just a real quick thing. If you wanted to make it, it's super simple. Like I made mine out of walnut, but that's what I have an abundance of. I have a lot of walnut pieces that aren't really good for a lot of other things other than like this, because I mean, this is an inch thick, so I could run it through the planer and I could get it down to probably 5/8 of an inch by the time it got smoothed out, which would, you know, I could use it for other things, but I like the crooked stuff. That's just my style. And now if I was making, like I said earlier, if I was making it for somebody else, I would, you know, unless they wanted this particular look, I would go through and do the different, you know, make it perfectly even and all the measurements exactly the same and everything. But if you want to make one of these for yourself, really get any size board you want, cut it to a size that you want for your placement on your table. Cut these to where they're just a little narrower than what it is, and put them as high as you want, and then run some screws in them. Or you could put nails in them if you wanted. I guess I could have got the nail gun out and done that, glued it and nailed it, but the screws work fine. They're exterior screws, so if we ever wash this with a washcloth or whatever, don't have to worry about them staining the wood, you know. But that's just a real easy thing to do. And see that rough grain in there? See, I like that. I like the look of that. And if you don't, that's okay. If you like the smooth wood, that's fine too. But so that was pretty much it. That's just what I wanted to show you tonight. I'm gonna try. I was gonna have a video on here redoing. Sorry, I was gonna have a video on here redoing the back brakes on my van, but that video is gonna have to wait because I was gonna do one side and get it all done and make sure I had everything laid out and good camera angle and all that good stuff. And the seals on the caliper were leaking. I was going to put new brake pads on it, and I'll show you when I make the video, but it's got one of the rear pistons on it, are the kind you got to have the tool that turns the piston in the caliper. You just can't shove it straight in. Well, the seal was all rotted out and nasty, so it started leaking like crazy when I started twisting the caliper and piston in. And I didn't even take the other side apart. I just went ahead and ordered 2 new ones. So when I get them in, I'm gonna do a video on the van doing that. So, but hey, here's the part of the video where I ask you to like, subscribe, share, all the click stuff, comment, leave ideas. If there's something you want to see me put my spin on, the rough cut looking stuff or whatever, just let me know. And like simple, show you real quick. You know, this was just a big chunk of walnut that I had that is a little crooked, and you know, I didn't have enough for a whole live edge table, but you know, it's got the nice edge on it, and I just put some handles in it, rounded over the edges, sanded it all smooth. This is for a friend, so I did take all the rough off everywhere. For me, I would have took the rough off the top for the cutting board surface, but I'd have left the rough everywhere else. But since this is for a friend, I went ahead and just made it. And it's, oh, I was thinking it was 1.5 inches thick. Yeah, just a shade under 1.5 inches thick, and 2 foot long and 1 foot wide. So be a nice cutting board for him. And I know it's not an in-grain cutting board, but I like these. And same thing, I just used a butcher block conditioner on it. So thank you everybody for watching. That was just a simple project. I'm going to try to do more complex things once I get the laptop and I can take 6 or 7 videos and edit them into one. It's just kind of hard with the setup I have right now to, it'll let me take 2 videos and put them together, but I can't take video bits from multiple different videos and put in it. And that's what I want to do, is I want to do some start to finish on big projects, but you know, you guys aren't going to want to watch for, you know, 7 hours that it takes me to do some of this stuff. So 7, 8, 10 hours, how many hours? So I'm just gonna, once I get the laptop, which I am looking, I'm trying to find one that's will do what I need it to do, but not be stupid expensive. So, but I'm working on it. As soon as I get that laptop, you know, and honestly, if you've made it this far in the video, and I'll do a little ramble for a second here. If you go back and watch pretty much anybody that makes YouTube videos, well, I shouldn't say pretty much anybody. The people that don't already start out, I don't want it to sound like a, I don't know, like if someone has 9 or 10 million subscribers and their child starts a channel, that child will get a load of subscribers right out the gate because of their parents' channel. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a little harder for small channels to grow like that. And after seeing some of the channels that like have millions of subscribers, and some of the stuff they do on there, it's like, really? You know, there was one, and some people like it, you know, but there was, you know, one where a guy runs over in a Lamborghini or some kind of car like that, runs over water bottles with different colored water in it. And I mean, the dude had millions of views. And I'm like, I don't get it. But so it does really help if you subscribe and comment, and if you wouldn't mind sharing, and if there's any, and I do read all the comments, and thank you for everybody that does comment. And I finally got a haircut. So, but I do want to get this channel growing. I've got 181, I think, is what the last time I looked. And, you know, it's slow going, but that's okay. But if you watch some of my previous videos, I go on a lot of off ramps. The whole point I was trying to get at 2 minutes ago that I just now am getting to is a lot of people that make videos, as they make more and more and more videos, and then they start getting more people subscribed, and they actually start making more money that they can dump in and get sponsors for videos. A lot of the content or quality kind of starts stair-stepping its way up to better and better stuff. You know, go back and look at Mr. Beast. You know, his first videos weren't as good as his videos now, but he has You know, and you can do good content without spending a bunch of money. Don't get me wrong there. But it's easier to do big things when you have the money to back it. Like right now, everything I'm doing with scrap wood that I've had. I've not actually, other than maybe a few little tiny things, I've not went out and bought really much for this channel other than the camera, because I don't want to take bill money and savings money to this. I will a little bit, but you know, once I start making money with this, because I have a full-time job, so once I start making money on YouTube, all the money I make on YouTube, I'm going to put back into doing YouTube. You know, until you get to a certain level to where I've got the multiple camera angles and the good editing software and the good laptop, and you know, you get sponsors to pay for to help you do big projects and things like that. And I do a lot of woodworking stuff because that's just what I do a lot of. But I have other things too that's going to be on here. I made a biscuit video, and I need to make some more cooking videos. Problem is, I don't have a lot of opportunity window to do that, because we have foster kids, and we're not allowed to put them on any social media stuff. So generally at night is when I have the chance to make those kind of videos, and they're here, and I don't want to get 3/4 of the way into a video and then one of them run across the video, and like I said, right now I don't have the editing junk that works right, so I can't edit it out at the moment. And then you know, and I don't want to tell them they have to stay in another room and not come through. I mean, this is their house also, so I'm not going to do that to them. But it will get better. If you've been here this long, thank you very much for listening to me. The videos, I think they have gotten a little bit better since when I started, and they're going to continue to keep getting better. So again, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, click, comment, all that good stuff. So thanks a lot. I'll talk to you later. Bye.